Hi Freeride family! Welcome to episode 9 of How to Use Your Traveler Like a Pro. Last week, we talked about our cloud service platform, Postbox, and all the features it had to offer. This week, we'll be continuing that conversation by taking a closer look at one feature in particular, third-party cloud syncing. Third-party cloud syncing allows you to sync your drafts from Postbox to any third-party cloud platform of your choice, such as Google Drive, Dropbox, or Evernote. Once connected, your drafts will automatically sync to both Postbox and your third-party cloud platform in near real time. Let's take a closer look at how to set up third-party cloud syncing on your device and how to best incorporate cloud platforms into your workflow. Here, I've logged into my Postbox account. The first time you log into your online account, you'll be prompted with 2 setup questions. The first asks if you want to connect your Postbox account to a third-party cloud platform. If your Postbox is already syncing to a third-party cloud platform, you'll see the corresponding platform logo next to syncing to. This means your draft is already syncing to your Google Drive account, and any changes you make from your device will be automatically reflected on your Postbox timeline and the copy of your draft in Google Drive. To change your cloud syncing settings, simply navigate to the main drop-down menu and select Cloud Syncing. Here, you'll see the option to sync all folders to a selected service. Simply select the service you would like your drafts to sync to and sign in to your cloud platform account. Once you've linked your cloud platform account to your Postbox account, drafts you create on your device will automatically appear on your cloud platform. Let's take a look at what that looks like. Here in Dropbox, I can see the recent drafts synced from my device as well as their folder location. The folders A, B, and C correspond to the folders on your device. If I open folder A in Dropbox, I can see the latest versions of my drafts in folder A, and so on. If you disconnect a third-party platform from your Postbox account, your draft will still remain on your third-party cloud platform, but it will no longer update. Likewise, if you delete a draft from Postbox or your device, the draft will still remain on your third-party cloud platform. So connecting to a cloud platform is a great way to ensure that you always have a backup copy. Quick tip. If you notice that your drafts are not up to date on your third-party platform, please try moving closer to your router or refreshing your Wi-Fi connection. When the connection is unstable, drafts will often fail to update in Postbox and connected cloud platforms. If you notice your draft is successfully syncing to your Postbox but not your cloud platform, please try disconnecting said platform from your Postbox by navigating to the Connections tab in Cloud Syncing and selecting Disconnect. Then navigate back to Simple, select your cloud platform again, and log in once more. If you organize projects by folder and would like different folders to sync to different platforms, you can also change the syncing settings on individual folders. Simply click on Advanced and select folder A, B, or C. Then, select the third-party cloud service you would like that folder to sync to. You can even change the file type you would like your documents synced as by selecting plain text, markdown, or fountain syntax in the drop-down menu here. This is a great way for writers who work on a variety of projects to organize all projects at once. For example, you can have one folder dedicated to screenwriting that syncs in fountain syntax format for easy export to final draft, one folder dedicated to novel writing that syncs in plain text for easy export to Scrivener, and one folder dedicated to notes that syncs in Word format. You can also send individual drafts for export by navigating back to the main Postbox timeline and clicking on the plus icon next to syncing to. Here, you'll see the option to send the draft to any or all of our supported third-party cloud platforms, as well as to download the draft in text or PDF format directly onto your computer. An important note about cloud syncing. At this time, changes sync in only one direction, from your device to Postbox, and then to your third-party services. It's easiest to think of the files in your synced folders as the archive for your documents, not as your working directory. It's recommended to copy drafts to a new location onto your hard drive, for example, your working directory, or to directly copy the contents of the drafts into a separate document instead of editing the files directly in your Dropbox folder, for example. If you do edit them directly and then subsequently edit them again on your device, it will create a conflict and duplicate files will be created. Here's what one of our recommended workflows look like in action. So here I have my individual folders, A, B, and C, as well as a separate folder for master documents. For each project, I have a separate master document in my software of choice, such as Word or Scrivener, where I continuously copy drafts written on my device from the individual folders to be edited. For fiction writers, this is where all your chapters will come together to form your book. Put your chapter drafts together on the master document and then edit everything together. So as you can see here, this is my master document, and I have individual chapters within this larger document. And these chapters are all copied from separate documents in folder A, B, or C. And this way you can put everything together and edit the entire book. Using a master document for every project offers a few distinct advantages. First of all, it prevents any syncing conflicts and draft duplications. Second, it increases your writing productivity by separating the drafting and editing processes and confining all editing to a single living document. And finally, it's a great way to stay organized when working on a long project or a couple of long projects.
Thank you so much for joining us on this week's episode of How to Use Your Traveler Like a Pro. We hope you've learned something new about third-party cloud syncing on FreeWrite and Traveler and how to best incorporate cloud platforms into your workflow. Next week, we're going to be talking about language keyboards, so be sure to check back. For more information on how writers like yourself have more than doubled their writing output using FreeWrite and Traveler, be sure to click the subscribe button down below. Happy writing! Travelers are coming back in stock in less than 2 weeks, but that also means that you have less than 2 weeks to secure your Traveler at the current $170 off discount. Remember, this price won't last, so be sure to take advantage of the current $170 off discount while it lasts. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next week.